Hey guys, it's Eric with the Miller Park Minute, where we're throwing strikes and getting likes, hitting dingers, getting listeners back again with another episode. Doing what we like to do, talking Brew Crew every day, 5:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. We are on YouTube, Spotify, Google, Amazon, iHeartRadio, Castbox, Radio Public, Apple, you name it. We're there. Rumble. Join us over on Rumble. Smash the Rumble button, smash the like button, smash the subscribe button. All the things. Join us on Facebook, Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it. We record these shows nightly, every day. So we are recording something every day. Not always posting, because sometimes glitches happen and I get tired at the end of these shows and just it happens. But you can also save money on tickets. We are in this hunt for the playoffs, the hunt for October. You can save money with the code Miller Park Minute at SeatGeek.com. Also, if you want to support us, you can join down below on YouTube. You can also go over to patreon.com/Miller Park Minute and join us over there. We welcome all newcomers. So thank you guys for the support and the love. I appreciate it. So if you didn't listen to the live section, we had a CC night the other night, and I actually got to attend a game. First one I've been to in a little bit. Just been a busy summer between the podcast and everything I got going on. Have a lot going on this year, so it's good to see CC. It's good to see Sheets was here over the weekend. There was a mini players reunion, so to speak. Some of the guys, Carlos Villanueva is still in the organization. Wes Obermuller, which is a really rare, random one, was actually here the other day as well. Ricky Weeks still in the organization. Lucroy obviously wasn't a part of that team, but he's in the organization. Obviously Council's there. Yeah, it was just a good showing. I'm forgetting names. I'm sure I'm forgetting somebody who's there. Melvin showed up, which is cool. Cool to see Melvin. I met him at spring training in 2018. Got a selfie with the guy, so that was super cool. I was just looking back today, and it's funny to be a part of this thing and to love the sport the way we do. And if you're a diehard and you bleed Brewers, you think about the different opportunities you've had over the years, and due to the technology that we have, these iPhones and these iPads and things like that, we capture these memories, and they're chronological through the years. And I was looking back to a Coos for Kids event, 2018, and just the different memories I have, and you sometimes you forget about the interactions and stuff like that. I was talking about how I miss the Corbin Burns signing, and my wife was like, "Well, you have a ball with him on it, I'm like, "Well, yeah, I bought that ball. I bought that solo ball," and I'm like, "But I wanted to get him like in person on, I have a Cy Young poster sitting over here, or framed picture, I should say." And she's like, "No, you have a ball with a bunch of other signatures on it with Corbin Burns on it." And I was like, "No, I don't." And then she's like, "Yeah, Coos for Kids." And I was like, "Oh yeah, that's right, Coos for Kids. I totally forgot about that." Now that was before he was something. So it makes a difference, I think, kind of when you catch a player in their career and those kind of things as well. But it's still cool that you have those instances. Ben Sheets, I got a Ben Sheets photo somewhere. I don't know. You lose track. I don't have like a whole room in my house. If you go back to my Brewers stock, a lot of those guys had whole rooms in their house dedicated to autographs, very categories, very, very organized. It's very random in here. If you can't see the randomness, that's fine. Me from Lego to bobblehead to WWE championship belts. It's very random in my office. So I don't have like a system keeping track of all my memorabilia and autographs and everything I got. My new Tyrone Taylor autograph. Yeah, that was my consolation prize to CC Sabathia. I do have, though, I did get the Tim Dillard sticker. I feel pretty cool about that. It's got some great 2000s mix stuff on it. Shout out to Tim. I love Tim. Tim's a great guy. Hoping to be back on the podcast real soon. We talked for a couple minutes on Friday night. Always good to catch up with Tim. Just good stuff. So let's talk about this weekend series here. I didn't talk about last night's game. Obviously, we did the live. I always kind of skip around on the weekend just with my availability and my work schedule and how I work. One of the things that's part of what I do every day is I drive Uber. I drive people around. I carry packages and do different things and book for different events. So Friday night I got the opportunity because I booked someone wanted to go to the baseball game. So it worked out in my favor that I got to go to the game. They paid for it and they paid me to take them there. So that was really cool. And I appreciate them. Shout out to them for that. But we forget about these moments and these opportunities and just how rare they are and the fun parts of it. Just that conversation I had, if you go back to it with Peter Go, we always reminisce and you get down rabbit holes and memory lanes and stories and stuff like that. So one of the stories I had with Corbin Burns is actually on deck. Former event. We all wish it would come back, right? I have a picture with Corbin Burns and my son, and it's kind of funny because back at that time, Corbin Burns wasn't the big main attraction that he is now. He wasn't, 20 people line or anything like that. He was actually just hanging out in the I don't know what they called it, like the play zone or whatever. But I have a picture of my son, and this is Corbin Burns, glasses on. Just not the guy he is now. Totally different look. It's like, yeah, I still have that picture. That's still a memory we have of we met Corbin Burns before Corbin Burns was the thing. Same with Christian Yelich. We got a picture with Christian Yelich at the On Deck event when he was like a day after being a Brewer. Now you don't have that kind of access to him now, but it's still, and I mean that's the different things with player access and events that we go through as fans. I mean, you kind of have a limited access to people. I'm reflecting back, and I guess if you didn't hear the previous episode, I was almost kind of snubbed in a way by CC. He signed for a bunch of little kids who weren't even alive. I'm still upset about it. It's a bitter subject, but weren't even alive when he played or pitched here. And all these kids got the autograph, and I got skipped. I don't know if he thought I was like a scammer and I was trying to like scam for autographs. I know there's a lot of people that do that, but that wasn't me at that juncture. I was just one dude by himself with a ticket and a pen in his hand, and I got missed. So yeah, I think that's why we get so nostalgic about this sport, about this game, just the fun and the events. And I randomly met Yoli Chassin in the mall during the playoff run in 2018, and he and I actually had like an online. We chatted online several times. It never came to fruition. He was going to be on the show back in the day. That was before it was a daily show. That was before I put the time and the work in that I do now. And yeah, it's kind of fun to talk about my best memories as being a fan and different things I've had exposure to. I was thinking about it, and I was talking to a couple guys the other night when I was at the game. We were just talking about how cool it is sometimes to have these memories. And, I think this run is going to be one of those very historic runs for the Crew. And they're playing hard baseball right now, and it's good to see these sweeps continuing. We're going into Chicago. I would love to take a sweep from Chicago. Let's talk about that series real quick. Who the matchups are, what we got going on. So game 1 tomorrow night in Chicago, we got Miley versus Tyone. Tyone is one of those pitchers that at some point I thought would be a Brewer, but never panned out. But he's 7-8 with a 5.60 ERA on the season already. and Miley's 6-3. We know Miley's story. I'm not going to cover too much about that, but last 7 games for Tyone, 4-2, 4.7 ERA. For 7 games, 38 innings pitched, 38 hits allowed, 20 earned runs, 10 walks, and 33 strikeouts, 1.25 whip. So he does give up runs. I mean, that's for sure, and that's something we can handle. I think it's always something we want to do. Is we always want to beat the Cubs, and it just feels better when we do. We've added to that lead over them already, with us being now 4 solid games ahead of them and 6 ahead of Cincinnati. It's been pretty huge. So Burns and Steele in game 2, 9-6 for Corbin Burns, 3.65 ERA, and Steele is 14-3 with a 2.8 ERA. So that's kind of the marquee right there. Last 7 games for Steele, he's 5-0 with a 3.54 ERA, 40 innings, 45 hits allowed, 16 earned runs, 10 walks, 46 strikeouts. So he's going to be the one that's going to be the challenge. That's where the bats are going to have to come alive and step up, just like they've been doing day in and day out for this club so far. Then we go to Woodruff Hendricks. Hendricks is not the guy I wanted to face. I'm gonna be honest. I always fear the Hendricks start because I've always felt Hendricks has kind of had our number. He's 5-7 with a 3.8 ERA so far this season. He's had some decent outings. Last week's outing though was not that good. So over the last 7 games, he's 2-3 with a 4.46 ERA, 40.1 innings, 43 hits allowed, 20 earned runs, 8 walks, and 20 strikeouts. So 26 strikeouts. I apologize. So that's going to be the one that's going to be those 2 games back to back. And the Cubs know what they were doing. They lined them up, I'm sure, to pitch against us, to play against us. It'll be interesting to say the least. Again, the bats need to show up. We just need to come to play. I think we've been doing that though. I'm not gonna say we haven't. So, some interesting moves and things happen. Hauser today was injured, forearm injury, exited start. They're saying it's not the UCL though, so that's a positive. Hauser said he owes Bryce Wilson a steak. Bryce Wilson came in and did 4 innings, solid work. We'll talk about that in a minute, though. Let's finish up the injuries real quick. Aaron Ashby, this is new as of today, is nearing a rehab start. After stalling a bit and comeback from early season shoulder surgery, Ashby had a productive visit to Milwaukee during the homestand, has progressed on the Cup. So it looks like they might be sending him to Appleton to get some work and then kind of go from there. Garrett Mitchell and Blake Perkins also hope to help down the stretch. They're headed to the team's training facility in Arizona, which is a good sign. Mitchell took back practice on the field. That was a really good feel-good moment to see that. Tehran had a start. Tehran surrendered 6 runs in the first inning and 9 runs over 5 innings of the July 29th loss to the Braves. It does not say. Oh, he had a rehab start August 25th, threw 30 pitches of 43 for strikes. His next outing will come in AAA Nashville on August 30th. So they're trying to get their rehabs in, while the minor leagues are still going. Perkins, still working his way back. Mejia, same with Jesse Winker. They have no date on him, and that hasn't been updated at all either. So let's get into the games real quick. Talk about Saturday. Talk about Sunday, and let's wrap this podcast for the day. I just wanted to be reminiscent today. I was feeling kind of nostalgic as I was talking about it, looking back. This technology in our hand is not always a bad thing. It's a good thing because when we do have the technology, albeit I missed a close up of CC, but then the technology came back around because there was a reel. And if you look at the reel that the Brewers posted where CC signed in autographs, you can see me front and center wearing the City Connect with Blue City Connect hat. That guy's me. Check it out. Go watch that reel. Brewers social media team doing a good job in getting me in that footage. So Saturday was our 5-4 victory. Really, the highlight of that game was Brewers putting up 6 hits, giving 5 runs. That's huge. A lot of good things happened. A lot of good things. Talk about the start from Freddie Peralta going out there, albeit giving up 2 earned runs, a long ball. He still struck out 9. He went 5 1/3. He really put up an outing. He didn't want to go out of it. Freddie has put up continued outings of double-digit strikeouts here in this last month, and really deserves. I mean, he's the pitcher of the month for the month of August now, and I think it would be well-deserved honor. Perguo came in, was shut down, only struck out 1, but no earned runs. That's the big thing. Payamps came in, did give up 2 hits, 2 earned runs, 1 long ball. And then Devin Williams had to come in and close the door. 2 strikeouts in that outing for Devin Williams. Across the board for the hitting, Christian Yelich continued his 0 for. Contreras went 1 for 4. Santana 1 for 3. Frelick had an 0 for. Adames had an 0 for. Canna had a 1 for 3 night with a walk. Turing was 1 for 4. Montesterio 2 for 3 with a walk. No, I'm sorry, an RBI. Tyrone Taylor had 0 for that night. So the big thing was the pitching outing. We got the hits when we needed to. The one thing that is really going on with this crew right now, and is really fun for me, is it's a different player every night. It's not always the same guys. It's not just Christian Yelich and Contreras hitting. Rowdy was Friday night. The Freddie and the bullpen per se were Saturday. I think it's good to have a different guy kind of stringing along every night. 5-run innings, 5+ run innings are kind of the forte in this sweep. And then we actually had a 7-run inning in Sunday's game, today's game, whatever you want to call it. And it was just lots of walks and a couple clutch hits. You add Frelick's hit in there. You look at Contreras' homer. All across the board, guys. I mean, everybody was kind of getting on. Everybody was kind of scoring. Willie Adames kind of grounded into a weird. Or no, I'm sorry. The double play that the play that sucked was the Sal Frelick where he kind of made an illegal slide. Rowdy doubled on a pinch hit at bat, scoring some run. Serio got on a bunch of times. Let's go down the batting order. So there was 9 runs on 10 hits. Again, that margin. I love it when that margin is thin. Yelich continued the 0 for the weekend, but that's okay because other people stepped up. 2 for 4 for Contreras. Santana was 1 for 3. And let's talk about the walks. Yelich did walk twice. Contreras walked once. Santana walked twice. Frelick 1 for 4. Big hit though. Big hit down the line. He did have a walk in this game as well. Adames 1 for 4. He did have a walk in this game. Canna 2 for 5. No walks. Turang had over, but he had a walk as well. Montesterio, 1 for 3, but he had a walk. Tyrone Taylor did not have any hits. Tellez, 1 for 1. He hit that 2 RBI double. And Weimer came in as well. Just a good game. Wilson gets the W. Came out and put out 4 solid innings in relief of Adrian Hauser, who left with an injury. Hauser gave up 4 runs, 2 homers, only struck out 2, gave a walk. And then Bryce Wilson mopped up, only giving up 2 hits. He struck out 4 over 4 innings. Uribe came in and had some struggles. It's okay. Milner came in and it was the dog that Milner is. Mopped it up, got out of the inning. And then McGill did 2 solid innings, striking out 5. 11 total strikeouts for the Brew Crew on the day. Good to see. Good to see these outings. So let's talk about the team numbers real quick because they've changed a little bit. Christian Yelich's batting average is down to 280. Ouch. Christian Yelich does have 91 runs. Willie Adames rocking 21 homers. Christian Yelich, 67 RBIs. Christian Yelich, 27 stolen bases. Let's go to the pitching. Of course, Freddie leads the way with 11 Ws. Devin Williams, 31 saves. He's up in saves. Corbin Burns, earned run average, 365. Freddie, 177 strikeouts. That's a record. And Corbin Burns' whip is 108, down a couple notches from that 115 it was. Just a good weekend series, good sweep. It's good to sweep a team like this. Manny Machado had a freak out moment. I know you guys still hate Manny Machado, but it's just funny to me that hate is so deep. I mean, Manny Machado didn't cost us a World Series, just so you know. He didn't cost us from getting into the World Series. He just plays dirty and isn't Charlie Hustle, as he likes to say. But he did like a couple out today. So that being said, guys, let's get after it this week. Let's go, Crew. We got the Cubs tomorrow night. It's going to be fun. It's at Wrigley, so if you're going down to Wrigley, you have a good time. Fly those L flags. We're going to take this serious, guys. All right. We'll catch you in the next episode. As always, go Brew Crew. Stay tuned for the video vlog of the trip to Miller Park the other night. That should be up on the channel sometime this week. It's not done being edited because it's Sunday and I didn't get anything done. It's almost midnight as I'm recording this, so it is midnight. All right. You guys have a great rest of your day, evening, whenever you listen to this. Remember to like and subscribe. Thank you for being the best part of the Miller Park Minute Show. Have a great rest of your night, and go Brew Crew. Let's go get them tomorrow.